Back in 2013, I had a dream, and I woke up from the dream, and what I saw in the dream was a tribe of people, and I asked them what their names were, and they said that they were the Tinananon. And then I also saw this musical instrument. I'm an instrument maker, so I ended up getting in the dream a full download of the instrument, the measurements and how it was tuned and how it was played and everything. So I ended up making it, ended up researching, trying to find this word Tinananon, but could not find anything on the internet. Could not find anything from all of my anthropologist friends around the world. They did not know the word Tinananon. Actually, after 6 months or so, ended up running into a person actually from that tribe. And I ended up going with this man to his people group called the Tinananon people. I ended up taking the instrument, the exact thing that I saw in the dream. I took it with me to the Tinananon. And I felt from the Lord that I needed to give it to the chief of the tribe. He was absolutely amazed by this instrument, and he ended up talking with his other chiefs, and they were saying, this instrument, where did you get it from? I said, I just kind of made it, They're like, no, I'm serious, where did you get this instrument from? They said, we got to show you something. They ended up taking me to their house of prayer, showing me that they have different instruments that worship different gods. Many, many years ago, they had this one instrument called the Salimbaa. And this instrument was the instrument that they worshiped the God of all gods. And they said that the day that I brought that instrument to them, I brought them the Salimbaa. And they believe that there was a lament that came out of that time that says, the enemy has taken away the Salimbaa, therefore one day God is going to restore it back to us. And the time that God redeems it back to us, and God is going to call all of the righteous people to him. The thing is that we see that the gospel has been hidden in their culture for centuries. We have just not even realized it until now. And same for them, they haven't realized it. But the gospel of Jesus Christ has been hidden in their culture and in their belief system, and now it's being revealed. And so they're wondering who this Jesus is.
When Caleb started doing missions in the islands, he was gone for probably 8 to 10 years there where we weren't as connected. And when he came back, it was right around the same time that he received the dream. He was so excited. And we said, you know what, you should come and share at the church sometime. So Caleb did, really connected with a lot of the folks that are here in the community in Boone, and just wanted to get behind the story. So Daryl came to me after Caleb shared one time and said, how can we really partner with Caleb on a level that was just more than kind of giving him money? And Caleb and I put our heads together. We also put our instruments together. We really found that there was a beautiful blending of sounds, tones, and frequencies that came from the handpan and the Salimbaa playing together. So we put our heads together and decided that doing an album together, a professionally done album that really brings out the sounds of both instruments together and also incorporates the indigenous sounds of the cultural music that the people of the tribe would recognize and resonate with, would be the best tool that Caleb could use for not only reaching out to the tribe, but reaching out to people who could support what they're doing. And what Caleb does, he builds instruments and teaches Indigenous people to build instruments. It just seemed like the best option. So we came into the studio here at Harvest House. We brought in Everett. He tracked everything. We did strings with him and his wife Caroline and put together this album. Jacob was also involved with the artwork. He kind of just helped bring the musical, artistic side of the tribe together into one tangible piece. It goes along with the vision of our church and ministry, and also Evergreen's ministry, where art can act as a portal to bring heaven to earth in ways that words or experiences can't always convey. It goes back to what the people of the tribe believe when they say that they believe that God is going to ride on the Salimbaa. It is actually a vehicle or a vessel of the very presence of God. Our hope is to go to the Philippines, to meet with the chiefs, to present them with a hand pan that I build this year. Caleb and I have already talked together about what specific scale would most relate to the cultural scales that they play in. We want to take a team, with myself included, with Jacob included, to be able to, present a hand pan, to do artwork, to, in a sense, bring the presence of God through these vehicles that the Lord's already opened doors through Caleb's ministry in Evergreen.
I see that God is actually raising up their dignity. I mean, the Tinananon people are being raised up as a people that is known throughout the world. I mean, that's just what God does. He takes the dust and he makes glory out of it. And he takes the people that no one knows about and makes them known. I mean, he takes the least and turns them into the greatest. The Indigenous Peoples Day for the Tinananon people is going to be in August. It is going to be the most historic event for the Tinananon people. And the reason why I say that is because this is the year where they're actually being recognized by the Philippine government on a much, much higher level. They're now a documented people group. So we're so excited to actually be invited and be a part of this. And with everything that we are doing as outsiders, we actually want to assist the Holy Spirit in lifting them up. And that's what we do with the music. That's what we're doing with these two instruments here. 150 years ago and before that, the Tinananon people used the Salimbaa together with this gong-like instrument that is extremely similar to this, that plays in the same scale as this. And they were used to worship the God of all gods. It means that they get to worship God of all gods, our God, with this sound that's been lost. It's been taken away from them by the enemy, and now God is redeeming it back again. So that's the first thing, but it also gives them strength as a people group to say, I am Tinananon. This is my sound. And so that's our passion. That's when we get together and we say, how can we do this? In step with the Holy Spirit, in step with God's plan for these people. Holy Spirit, what are you doing? And this is what we feel like how we can help out. We can assist them in bringing their own sound back to their people. It's amazing. That's really the whole heart and soul of what we're doing with this.
Gunto, ngaranan ni siya Salimbaa.
Salimbaa. Finally,
Finally,
we found the name.